Hey guys, welcome back to Rossoneri TV. I'm Gio and I'm here for the match preview of AC Milan against Hellas Verona. Match that will be played on Sunday, December 13 at 3 p.m. Italian time at the San Siro. And once again, it's one of those must-win matches for Milan where they need to get maximum points out of it and definitely cannot settle for anything less. However, how many times have I mentioned so far this season that Milan need to get maximum points from these bottom of the table teams? However, at the end of the day, they somehow manage not to do that and they're forced to drop points like we saw last week against Scarpi, where it was just an embarrassing performance and at the end of the day we have to settle for a 0-0 draw. Now, it just seems to me that Milan, much of the time, they go into these matches already with the mentality of already having won the match before the kickoff whistle is even blown, and that is the wrong mentality. Let me explain myself a bit better there. Many of these teams, especially bottom of the table teams, are going to do whatever it takes and however it takes to capture some points from teams like Milan, really. And what I mean by this is that they're going to try to make teams like Milan adapt to their playing style rather than them applying their personal style against these bottom of the table teams. And it just seems like Milan is one of those victims to this type of behavior, and like we saw last week against Scarpi, they were adapting to Carpi's playing style, especially in that first half, where much of the time they were either doing long balls or losing possession, and they weren't able to apply their personal style in order to win the match. That needs to change for Milan if they want to get results. Especially against these bottom of the table teams. As I said, they're going to defend, they're going to make life hard for you, and overall, it's a tendency for Milan especially, the longer it takes for them to get a goal and to win the match, the harder it is for them to come out with that result. What I mean by this is that they need to unblock the match from the early going. They need to get early goals because, as it seems, especially in the recent games besides that Sampdoria match, the longer it really takes for them to get into the lead, it just seems like their level of concentration slowly depreciates. And that is something that just cannot happen for Milan. They need to pick up the maximum points, especially against winless. Let me repeat that, winless Hellas Verona. They have not won a match in 14 so far this season. And of course, this is extra motivation for Hellas Verona to go to the San Siro and get a result out of nowhere. So they're going to try whatever it takes to get it, and Milan need to be good on their behalf to get a result out of it. But without further ado, guys, let's take a look at the probable starting 11, because there are many changes in this starting 11. They're still going to stay with the 4-4-2 formation. However, some of the personnel is going to change, as well as some of the substitutes. But let's get into it, as Donnarumma is once again expected to start in net. Abate on the right, Alex Romagnoli for the center back pairing, and Calabria will be replacing De Sciglio and Antonelli on the left there of the defense, as they are both injured. So that is already a positive note in my books. At least Calabria replacing De Sciglio. Antonelli, I'm fine with him, but it's already a good move there that Calabria is going to be starting. For the midfield, we have Niang playing as a right winger in this match, and he will be replacing Cerci as he's going to be demoted to the bench. Montolivo will be starting with De Jong most probably in the middle, as De Jong will be replacing Kuchka, so I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to play out, and let's see if De Jong is able to impose the playing style that we all know he's able to after such a long absence from the game. And Bonaventura will be starting on the left. Up front, we're going to see Luis Adriano and Bacca. I'm very curious once again to see how this is going to plan out, as Bacca has received much criticism in these past few days that he's not able to support this team. He's not able to score many goals as he should be doing. But of course, the support from the midfield is not coming, so I'm not really blaming him. However, let's see how this pairing with Luis Adriano will work out for Milan. So this is the starting 11 that's supposed to play against Verona. For the substitutes, I kind of mentioned something before. Well, there's good news, as Bertolacci and Balotelli are both expected to be called up for this match, and it seems like Mihajlovic will have two extra weapons to introduce into the game whenever things get out of hand, maybe, or they just need goals. So it's good that these players are coming back. I'm very curious to see if Balotelli what he could do, because in those few games that he played so far this season, he showed some very good things, and I want to see if he's able to even contribute more to this team when coming on, maybe for one of the strikers up front. So let's see what happens, guys. I just hope Milan get the 3 points, because really there's no excuses this time around. We're playing winless Hellas Verona. They didn't manage to win in 14 games against 14 different opponents. Why should we be the first ones to suffer a loss against them? It just can't happen. We need to win. We need to get the 3 points. And of course, there's other matches this week, such as Napoli, Roma, Juventus, Fiorentina, I believe. So these teams will drop points, and Milan need to take full advantage of that. And of course, they cannot perform like they did against Capi last week, and definitely cannot get a similar result. So that sums up my match preview, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget that tomorrow there will be, of course, the FIFA Predicts video, where FIFA will be predicting the winner between AC Milan and Hellas Verona. On that note, don't forget to subscribe to stay updated with everything AC Milan, and of course to support us, as we are very close to reaching 7,000 subscribers. And it will mean the world to us if you guys could subscribe to us in order to support us. Thank you for watching once again. This has been Gio saying off from Rossoneri TV, and as always, Forza Milan!